All right, good morning, everybody. We're here.
Good morning!
We're here. Yes, we are. We are. Yes, yes. Welcome to the John E. Martin Leadership Symposium. We are very glad you are here.
I'm Maura Aarons-Mealy.
And my name is Larry Green, and we're going to be taking you through this experience today. We're going to be your MCs for our time together. But before we dive in to the number of amazing things we're going to be doing today, I wanted to just take a moment and just recognize the Makua Ohlone tribe. Their land is the land that we are having this event on right now. They are the original owners of this land, and over time, and because of the different things we're actually going to be talking about today, their land was taken away. They were put on mute, which we'll talk about a little bit later, and they had that experience. And so I wanted to just say it's important to at least acknowledge this amazing, wonderful tribe, the Ohlone tribe, before we begin.
Thank you, Larry. I bet you noticed a lot of different things when you walked into this space, but you probably asked, who is Johnny Martin? Johnny Martin was the father of Michael Martin, whose vision we are realizing today, Google's own Michael Martin. He was the husband of Marie, who we're so honored to have here today. He was a veteran. He was a father. He was a husband. He was an alcoholic who battled his alcoholism and got sober. And when he got sober, he wanted to help. He went back to school. He got a degree. He was an addiction counselor. Michael said that his dad had a philosophy of, we are students always. Johnny Martin, you told me, became a late in life hugger. He wasn't raised knowing how to hug, and he learned how to hug. He was an old dog who learned new tricks, right? He tragically passed away in 2013, and his son Michael started this event in honor of his father and the learning and the journey and the healing. So, Michael and Marie, I'd love to ask you to stand to honor. You're the reason we're here today.
There we are. Thank you again. Now, the next thing you may have noticed when you were walking into this amazing space, you probably saw these different icons that were flashing. There was a big one as soon as you walked through the door, and you probably saw them sprinkled about. And so I want to just take a quick moment to explain what those icons mean. And so the first icon is the brain. That represents mental health. This is the third year we've done this event. The first 2 years, there was a big focus on mental health in the workplace. But from there, we're actually expanding this with our time today to not only talk about mental health, but the other aspects, the other elements of important, vital leadership. And so we have the heart. The heart represents emotions and passion, because those have a place in leadership too. The next is the heads, and that means connection with others. And so I hope that all of us will have a number of opportunities to connect, take advantage of those different opportunities to connect. And the different comment boxes that you see, that gets into real talk. That is the overall theme of our event. Real talk, change begins with it. And then the hands, that represents practical application. So once you have these connections, once you learn the different things, it's good to put those things into practice. Practice your craft. Practice the different things that you need to grow in so that you can become an important, vital leader for impact. And now the next thing you may have noticed, and roughly half of you who were there last night know about this, right? And so my good friend Aaron with the Meeting Pulse team, this is the way that all of you can be involved in the conversation. We can do it, we're gonna be doing it talking and connecting when we're in different things, but we can also do it digitally. And so if you can, go ahead and pull out your phone, and you can either scan the QR code or you can type in the website address. And we have something special here. We're going to test drive this QR code that you may have seen out there. And the question is, what do you hope to experience today? Yeah, just take a moment to do that. And Mara, what do you hope to experience today?
You know, I was going to say renewal, but after I heard the Reverend, I want to feel freedom. Freedom from a lot of stories. How about you, Larry?
Yeah, the first thing that I was thinking about was connection, because, and I see that's a big one there, I see that on the screen as well, because I'm excited to meet all of the new faces that I don't know. I think you probably have seen my name on the different email and invitations and things like that, so I'm excited to meet and connect with all of you. And so as we see here, this is a living word cloud, a live word cloud here, so connection and growth are some things there, inspiration, excellent.
Healing.
A number of different things, yeah. Meeting and connecting with the new, a big one, there you go, that's good. Yeah, so go ahead and keep those going. Go ahead and keep those going, because that's what we hope to experience today. But throughout the day, we're going to be using the QR code for different questions, for the Q&A portions. We'll have different little pop quiz post questions that'll be out there. And at any given point throughout the day, you can just tell us how your experience is. And we have different little things that you can rate. So feel free to use it. I would keep the website address just pulled up on your phone. That way you're always there. All right? Cool. Now the next piece. It's this.
The countdown clock. Look, we have so much to do today, so much to do. It's going to be an incredible day. So let's stay on time so we can get it all in. Please keep your questions and your comments brief, especially during the Q&A, so as many people as possible can talk. There'll be lots of time to connect during breaks and at dinner tonight. So let's stay on time so that we can enjoy everything that's in store.
There we are. Cool. And you'll notice that there's one clock right there. You may notice a couple others, but that's what the clock is for. You get up to share, you're on the clock. Remember that. All right. And then the next thing here is real talk. So what does it mean when you say real talk? When somebody says real talk, that means the next thing that's probably going to come out of their mouth is probably going to be more authentic, more honest, and perhaps even more vulnerable.
A little uncomfortable too, maybe.
Or a little bit uncomfortable as well, depending on the topic or depending on how the flow of the conversation is going. And that's what we want to get into. And so if you've never experienced real talk before, I hope you get the chance to today. But when I was thinking about when it comes to real talk and just setting the space for this, I went back into my lived experience and just thought about what are some situations or spaces where real talk just naturally occurs. And so with that, I thought about these two up here, Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff. Now, as I show this picture, I do want to acknowledge that Will Smith has some challenges going on right now, but for the sake of what we're trying to do, let's think about the 1991 version of Will Smith, all right? And so with that, they wrote this cool song about a place and a space where real talk can happen. So you all remember this song? There we go. You guys know how to clap to the song? Now, I need you guys to give me some energy here. That's some real talk. If you've seen this before, there we go. This song is about the summertime. And what this video is about, it's about the cookout, right? If you've ever been to the cookout or a barbecue, that's just a place where you can just relax, be authentic, and be yourself. It's all good because you're invited to the cookout, all right? Now, you might have noticed some things here around. And you probably noticed it as you walked in. We named this space the cookout. And so when you're in this space, you're invited to the cookout, and we want you to have real talk, relax, and be you, all right? Now, that's my lived experience, the cookout and the barbecue. I know in Hispanic culture, I believe it's barbacoa. In Hawaiian culture, it's a luau. Jamaican culture is jerk. Real quick, call out what is your version of the cookout. Just give me a name, a couple of them. Unless nobody's ever been to a cookout. Oh. Barbecue, okay.
Cookout.
Yep, cookout, yep. The big family potluck dinner or something like that? Good. So that's the idea. So whether it's the cookout or it's your own lived experience or a different version of the cookout, channel that experience so that you can relax and be yourself, because you're all invited to the cookout. Now there's another space Yeah, exactly, exactly. Now, there's another space where I think about real talk, and it's this one. Anybody ever been to the barbershop before? Been that? And when I think about the barbershop, I think about this song right here. Y'all know this song? Do we have any AT aliens in the house? Because this song came from the ATL. Yeah? You guys know how to clap to this song? Or snap? There we go. Yeah. So when I walk into the barbershop, I'm thinking about trying to get so fresh and so clean, right? So I need to get a trim. I need to be looking good, right? That's the whole idea, the barbershop. And in the barbershop culture, you can relax, let down, and be yourself, because the common thing in the barbershop is that you need a haircut. That's why you came in. And so with that, we can relax and be ourselves. Now, when it comes to the barbershop, you might think or assume it's just for men. That's actually not true. Women and non-gender conforming are welcome as well into the barbershop. Lupita's hairstyle, that's a barbershop haircut, just like that. And then the same thing is true in the beauty salon, right? Beauty salon's the same thing. You need to come in and get your hair did. You gotta be looking good, right? Get the curls right, all those things there. That's the idea. You come in, relax, you can be you. And the same thing with the barbershop, it's not only for women, men, non-gender conforming are welcome to the beauty salon as well, just ask Prince. Simple as that, right? Yep. Now, you may have noticed if you were walking around, the breakout room that is just outside this door is named the barbershop. And the breakout room upstairs, and we're all gonna be going into those different spaces throughout the day, that's the beauty salon. And so we want to invite you into the barbershop. Everybody's welcome. You're invited into the cookout as well as the beauty salon. All right? That's how we can have some real talk.
So just a few quick housekeeping rules. The first is to be real and authentic, because we're going to have real talk. And that means just keeping a little bit of ground rules, you know. Respect boundaries. Do you know what a boundary is? It's a feeling. It's a feeling when something makes you uncomfortable, right? The Reverend said, you feel it. You feel it in your gut. If you feel that feeling, take some space and try to be mindful of other people as well. If you need a break, there's a resilience room. There are listening devices there and upstairs. If it's all getting to be a bit much, go get some fresh air. Take care of yourself. This second rule is respect. And I think that one of the key ingredients is we want to celebrate each other, but we want to feel safe. So if you want to post something on social, ask. Now listen, that does not go for everyone up here. We're hams, like we would be very thrilled if you share what we say and post. If someone's on stage, right, it's fair game. But in the Q&As, in private conversations, just ask. And then the third piece is we want to have fun. If you do want to post on social, please tag us at #JEM2023. And let's connect. We want to build a community. So I wanted to just share a little trick. Take out your phones. How many of you use LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a great way to connect, obviously. So take out your phone. If you have the LinkedIn app on your phone, open it up or go to the website and find the search icon, the magnifying glass. Pull it up. You can enter anything in the search bar, and to the upper right of the search bar is a little QR code icon. You see it? And if you tap on it, like magic, you get your very own QR code. And then you can just share that with someone, and then they will automatically connect with you on LinkedIn. So that's a great tactic if you want to connect. And we really encourage you. And You can go upstairs and get your headshot and add your cool new headshot to your LinkedIn profile.
There we are. Cool. Nice, yeah. And speaking of headshots, we're actually going to take a big picture right now. So I want everybody to stand on up. Stand on up. And I want everybody to come on down to the front. We have our photographer here. We're going to take a big group photo, so just come in. Now, you can't stand on stage, unfortunately. You just got to stand in the front. Yep, right in the middle. Yep. Just sprinkle in wherever you can, around the chairs, towards the front. And our photographer up top is going to take a big group photo of us.
Oh my gosh, Larry, I think this might work, Larry.
I think it is.
I think it
I was
actually
hoping it would. We'll find out. There we go. Yep, just fill in wherever you can. Fill in wherever you can, and then look back over your shoulder. There we go. There we go. You come in right here. There we go. There we are. Cool.
Oh, look it out.
Yep, whenever you're ready. There we, oh,
Right.
almost, all right. Hey, there she is.
I'm gonna get a short guy.
Nah. There we go. Couple more. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Here, you want it?
More. Couple more. There we go. Come on in. Oops. Early bird workout man. There we go.
We'll get the top of this.
Nah.
Here. Yeah, that's
There we go. Cool. Thank you, everyone. Return to your seats. There we are.